This is the most important communication skill you will ever learn. If you keep watching, I will make sure that you learn exactly what it is and how to use it. Seek first to understand and then to be understood. Most people don't listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to reply. Everything they listen to is being filtered through their own standards and values. There really is no intent to see it from the other's point of view. They say they know exactly how the other feels, but in reality they only know how it feels based on their own views. In order to be a great communicator, we need to develop empathetic listening. Empathetic listening involves paying close attention and focusing on the words being said. From this, we must comprehend these words and seek to understand their meaning. What do they mean? If your son says, "I hate school," they do not actually mean they hate school. They mean something about school is making them frustrated, and it may be your job to figure out and help them deal with the situation. Empathetic listening is trying deep down to get inside another person's point of view and see the world the way they do. When you see their situation deeply from their point of view, you actually can understand how they feel and work with them. Empathetic listening requires a sincere desire to understand. Otherwise, you won't be successful. The reason this habit is so important is because when you seek first to understand and then to be understood, you open them up to being influenced. You must first satisfy their psychological need to be understood, to be appreciated, to be validated. When this need isn't satisfied, people have no real intent to listen to you or understand you. They're too focused on getting you to understand them and don't focus on your advice. Once their crucial need of being understood is met, you can focus on influencing the problem or situation. They will not properly listen to you until you properly listen to them. The idea is you have to diagnose before you prescribe. You can't prescribe good advice or a good solution until you diagnose the real problem. You wouldn't want to walk into your eye doctor and have him give you glasses without even testing your vision first. You can't provide them a good solution until you really understand their wants and needs. Our typical responses are evaluating, agreeing or disagreeing, probing, asking questions from our own point of view, advice, giving advice from our own point of view, and interpretation, figuring out others' motives and behaviors based on our own motives and behaviors. Do you see what's wrong with this? Our typical responses are only from our point of view and are the reason we often don't truly understand people. An empathetic listener responds by rephrasing the content and reflecting the feeling. "Boy, Dad, I hate school so much. It's such a waste of time." Your response: "You are feeling really frustrated about school." Responding like this allows them to continue until the real problem is out, and you allow them to work out their own thoughts and feelings. Eventually, they will grow confident that you desire to really listen and understand. The barrier between what they say and what they mean will diminish. Now that the problem is out and they trust you, they may seek your guidance. Now you are opening an opportunity to influence them and understand what kind of advice they actually need. They're open to your logical advice. They listen to your advice and work through the same dilemma as they did before. Eventually, you both come out being understood, and that's exactly what you wanted. I presented a family example earlier, but the habits work for all parts of life. Now that they are understood, you can influence them through first your personal credibility, then your emotional understanding of the situation, and finally presenting them with the logic of your side. This sequence will be most effective because first you appeal to their point of view, then you bring in your point of view. The habit of empathetic listening is key to understanding their wants and needs and gaining influence. With this knowledge and influence, you are able to find the best solutions in many situations. I really hope this video did give you value, and if it did, I would really appreciate it if you left a like. Also, make sure to go check out habit number 6, which is the next video in this series.